Happy Friday and welcome to Meet the Press Now. I'm Chuck Todd. So the calendar claims we're heading into Labor Day weekend 2022, but things are starting to feel an awful like the dog days of 2020. It's like we're reliving a meme. Joe Biden and Donald Trump front and center. Their dire warnings about the future of our democracy at the fore. Oh, by the way, Tony Fauci was warning about a flu uptick in the next couple of months, plus with COVID. So again, keeping with our It's Always 2020 approach. At an official White House address last night at Philadelphia's Independence Hall, mere feet from where the Constitution was drafted and signed, President Biden accused his predecessor, Donald John Trump, and his MAGA Republican acolytes of ignoring our founding documents and undermining the sanctity of American elections.
MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. They look at the mob that stormed the United States Capitol on January 6th, brutally attacking law enforcement, not as insurrectionists who placed a dagger at the throat of our democracy, but they look at them as patriots. And they see their MAGA failure to stop a peaceful transfer of power after the 2020 election as preparation for the 2022 and 2024 elections.
President Biden's remarks were long planned, but the former president is giving those words new resonance. In the past week, Mr. Trump once again called for a redo of the 2020 election based on his delusions over the Hunter Biden investigation. Just yesterday, he said he would issue pardons and a government apology to all of the rioters who stormed the Capitol on January 6th if he becomes president again. Mr. Trump has already responded to President Biden's remarks on his social media website, but he will have the chance to strike back live with remarks scheduled in Pennsylvania tomorrow evening. And that might be exactly what the White House wants. Hence, our framing that it's still 2020, no matter what the calendar says. President Biden's remarks fit with the Democratic Party's growing push to turn the November midterms into a choice between President Biden's vision and former President Trump's vision, as opposed to a referendum on the party in power. In effect, it's 2020 again and again and again. By singling out Trump, the Republican Party could in turn rally around the former president, tying them to one of the few national figures who is even less popular than President Biden. In an explicit call to the ballot box, President Biden yesterday essentially called on the coalition that elected him in 2020 to rush to the nation's defense again and take on MAGA Republicans.
We're all called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans. This work is the work of democracy, the work of this generation. It is the work of our time, for all time. We can't afford to leave anyone on the sidelines. We need everyone to do their part. So speak up, speak out, get engaged, vote, vote, vote.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.